Which field of study would you say is most crucial for understanding the nature of the universe? Physics, perhaps? Or maybe you prefer cosmology? These would be the two frontrunners, I'd say, for most people. If you believe strongly in logic and scientific rigor, you might think physics is the best tool we have for understanding our universe. And if you have a more faith-based or spiritual approach to life, a religious story on how the world came to be might be your way of understanding how the universe works. But there is a humble field of mathematics, one that you likely studied at a young age, that one could argue also belongs in this conversation. Modern mathematician and Harvard professor Xing-Tung Yao said the following: Physics and cosmology have been, almost by definition, absolutely crucial for making sense of the universe. Geometry's role in this may be less obvious, but is equally vital. I would go so far as to say that geometry not only deserves a place at the table alongside physics and cosmology, but in many ways, it is the table. Why would Professor Yao advocate for geometry as the best tool we have for understanding the universe? It's not obvious why geometry would inform us about the fundamental nature of the universe. Religious cosmology directly tells us how the world was created. Physics proposes theories of how the universe was created and strives to examine the most fundamental particles that make up reality. So, why would this mathematician believe that geometry is even more important, even more fundamental, than anything else? And that is what we'll be exploring over the next series of videos. But let's hold our horses here. What is geometry exactly? Geometry is one of the oldest branches of mathematics and is concerned with properties of space, such as the distance, shape, size, and relative position of figures. The word geometry may evoke schoolhouse memories of triangles, circles, and angle measurements. But if you were to ask a mathematician what is geometry, the answer would be a very tricky one. Throughout the centuries, the definition and perceived importance of geometry has changed many times over. In the 21st century, geometry is not really seen as its own branch of mathematics anymore, but rather as a method for solving problems. And we will not be going in depth and looking at modern geometry. Instead, we will begin this journey by taking a look back, looking back and examining the earliest humans' interactions and understanding of geometry. And that's all for today's video.